ICE detention center could come to Kansas City, and Congressman Emmanuel Cleaver is demanding answers. Thank you for watching us tonight at 10. I'm Lauren Magarino. Brad has the night off. The concerns stem from a report from the Washington Post last month. It says the agency plans to build 7 detention facilities across the country, one of which would be right here in Kansas City and would also hold between 5,000 to 10,000 people. Cleaver also claims the Department of Homeland Security gave a nearly $30 million no-bid contract to move the process along. The congressman wants to know why the administration chose a no-bid contract, if Congress was briefed, and how they're coordinating with local governments. Tonight, KCTV5's Betsy Webster breaks it down from multiple perspectives.
In this strongly worded letter to the heads of ICE and Homeland Security, Cleaver gives a deadline for getting answers, and we tried to get some from DHS ourselves. Among his remarks, Cleaver said the reported plan, quote, will degrade our society, divide our communities, waste taxpayer dollars, and stress the civility of our institutions. He also raised concerns about safety standards. After his State of the State address, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe said he is not aware of the plan, but he affirmed the presidential administration's approach in general.
If you want to come to this country legally, there's a process to do that, and we'd encourage folks who want to come here, like many of our generation of people before us did.
Do they have access to due process?
A local immigration lawyer notes that criminal charges that put people in ordinary jails are different than immigration proceedings. He worries that expanded ICE detention staff won't be versed in that, and contends many people in recent mass immigration sweeps are being re-detained.
You get caught, you get a bond, you get out, you have an application pending, and they run into you and they arrest you again. Why? Because your visa's expired, but you have an application pending, but still have an expired visa. Why are you back in custody?
A spokeswoman for DHS would neither confirm nor deny the reported plan, but she sent a statement that read in part, it should not come as news that ICE will be making arrests in states across the U.S. and is actively working to expand detention space. She also added, quote, we have no new detention centers to announce at this time. On page 2 of Cleaver's letter, he provides this list of questions for the administration. Among them, will they provide the locations of these proposed facilities, and will they honor local zoning processes? He set a deadline here for January 23rd to get those answers. In Kansas City, Missouri, Betsy Webster, KCTV5 News.